And yes, here we are. It's about time to go in. The grand final is coming through. We've had 5 best of 3s, 4 teams, 2 left, and only 1 ticket to Melbourne. Who will punch it? Find out. Pistol round here on Vertigo.
Yep.
Man, EG turned around the pistols. That's another thing we didn't get to mention last. They turned around the pistols. They were good on it, but they don't start off well here. Fadey with the clean kill. Ben with a good trade back, though. 4v4, no bomb plant, a lot of time, and ATK can very easily run it back. Look at Ponelon's position, though. All the way down the ladder. He's in that linchpin, hold the rotation spot. ATK have to be very careful. They can get flanked very easily. They can't run away, and Ben's popped the second. But MOTM up the Ivy. That's huge.
Oof, ATK really storming onto this site. That nade just barely misses finishing off Viz, and Pone is now down, so it's the 9 HP Viz up against 3 ATK players, 2 of them full health. He has to hit these headshots and make it clean, not to mention he doesn't have a kit, so he's going to have to do it quickly, and he will do nothing of the sort. ATK win the pistol round, and well, that is going to make it EG 5 of 7 on pistol rounds, and I believe they only got 1, was it, against ATK, or maybe even none when they were facing off. Yeah, it was 0 pistol rounds won against ATK, and it continues to be that way. 0 for 5 in this close qualifier against them.
And they're going to force up, though. They had some success in the force buys against Gaming Gladiators earlier, so maybe they'll have a little more success here against ATK. The swag is out for Pone alone. That's his bank. Very JWS, classic JW with that Mag 7, so we'll see if he can get something out towards yellow. I like the aggressive angle with that. Jonji swinging around with the A. Sprays away. Takes so much damage, though, on the spray from Bowden. But he's going to be forced away. Wounded. Limping. Viz 5-7. Here's some players. He jumps up, but Fadey's ready for him on top of the box. Good return. DJ around. Expected and finished. Jonji does manage 1, and he's still sticking around. Has a friend with him in Bentley, too. But it's a slow round for ATK. They're not over-aggressing. Fadey just watches Ben try to go through jump up. Pone alone with the mag, looking to build some cash. Jonji comes up with another one, but it's all down to Pone alone now. Swisher can put that bomb to dirt. That timer's going to start ticking, but Pone's here. If he gets the kill, he actually can technically stick this. He doesn't know that, of course, and Bowden actually makes his way in time. A little upgrade for Pone alone. And Fadey's low. This is winnable.
Yeah, he might just decide to stick it. No, he's going to throw the smoke on, convince them he's sticking it. Fadey's more focused on the smoke, which is exactly what Pone wants, but I think the barrel will spot it out. I'm not sure. Oh yeah, Bowden had a beat on it, but it doesn't matter. Pone's going to get him, swings around the corner, and he finds Fadey. Does he have enough time for the defusal? I believe he does. It's going to be a very long one. But there you have it. Pone alone with a key clutch in the force buy. And I was about to talk about how good ATK are in these types of rounds, how methodical they are at clearing things up, but the problem was they just took way too much damage leading up to that bomb plant, and Pone had a couple of easy ones where only 1 bullet needed to connect. Well played. 1-1 tied up. Starts off in an interesting manner.
Very well played from Pone. He forces them into a rough engagement. And
yeah.
I would have liked to see a faster swing from Fadey after that first kill comes through. I think that's kind of what was missing from ATK was the response. But other than that, Pone alone played that perfectly. He forced ATK to give him those duels, and that smoke was so well executed. The spam coming through, I think, was also cueing at Fadey that, hey, he's not on the bomb. He's not dead yet. Just to hold the line. A false sense of security. And Pone alone gets it with about half a second to go on the clock. That is cutting it close. But he's been the big man for EG. Had a huge dust too. And that's going to make his kill lead now 4 over DJ throughout the course of this qualifier. So he'll take that. But one thing you can always expect is a very close kill count across the board from Evil Geniuses. Pone alone takes a little bit of damage from Bowden though. And once the ops come out for both these two gentlemen, it's going to be a fun party. Both very good. Swisher boosted up, but Viz denies that info. Good return, and Bowden's fallen as well. So the force buy from ATK getting picked apart here by EG.
Yeah, MOTM is going to get a response, but still the man advantage for EG as Fadey continues to spam on forward from mid. Smoke going to get tossed. He's looking up to the boost spot to see if anyone's tried to move in yet. Ben Leeds thinking about it, but he's more so watching to see if anyone comes forward. And Fadey will. Ben has the advantage, and he will not waste it. Fadey gets taken down from an MP9 headshot. Then Ben delivers the same fate to MOTM after MOTM spots out DJ. MisteM last one, and no longer the IGL taking things into his own hands here. 2-1 lead for EG, and the force buy is quickly dispatched, and now ATK will be on an eco.
ATK to the eco, and EG looking like a 3-1 lead. That's a very good start for them. And I was skeptical seeing how things would come into Vertigo, knowing they don't play the map. But I also had a little bit of hope in my mind that the reason this map came through was because they had put in some work on it. They've been doing nothing but practicing over the last so definitely understandable. DJ mows down 3. Bone comes through, trying to mop up the rest of the mess. MisteM on 6 HP, gets a dink, and Bowden just jumps away into the waiting arms of Ben, but he does a lot of damage onto the IG. Viz, though, finishes him off. There's that 3-1 scoreline. Only one guy lost, and it was just an MP9. Not bad at all. But the guns are coming back out for ATK. No op for Bowden. Don't know how much they're going to want to use the op on T-side Vertigo. And, well, it might take Ponalone a little bit of time to get the op in hand, because he's got cash, but he's not died, so he doesn't need to spend that money just yet. Yeah,
there's no reason. I mean, you have 5 rifles, and they're pretty good ones as well. So, EG just going to run on forward with those 3 A1Ss and the 2 AKs, and ATK bringing the rifles up for the first time. So we'll see how this pans out. I should say full rifles for the first time, because some AKs did slip through in that second round. Jonji, peering down, perhaps going to go for an aggressive play down this ramp, but no, he just wants to hug the smoke for the time being. As MisteM and Swisher are trying to set up this boost towards the B site. There we go. Now they have. And Swisher will make his way on to the site proper very shortly. This is watching it. DJ's there to support as well. Good flashbang thrown. Swisher spots out the player, but another flash comes through for EG, which delays Swisher long enough for Viz to set up a smoke for himself to work around as he jumps onto that railing. Swisher might be watching for this. A lot of time left on the clock for ATK to work with, but they still don't have the bomb on their backs. They're likely going to rotate around and grab it here. It is their final destination.
Final destination looks to be A, as they're setting up for that direction. A mid-A split on the cards, perhaps. But Jonji's behind the ropes. DJ has not been spotted either behind the sandbags. But he's going to strike now onto Fadey. Jonji, as that smoke's about to fade, needs to spray down 2. But MOT yellow. Swisher finished off by Viz. There's not a lot of time, and ATK kind of have to stick this push. MOTM take it down to 1 HP by Jonji spray, and they're caught in limbo. They might even just save here. There's not really time to go for an actual execute. There's not really any picks to work off of. And it's going to be a 4-1 start now. EG holding the line. They don't get overly aggressive. DJ just playing that safe position in the middle. Jonji creeping around. And the way EG are playing around their smokes right now, looks like they've studied this map. A very good start. 4-1 up on ATK's map pick.
Yeah, we're seeing the benefits of the boot camp right now, I think, and the work put into Vertigo. I believe they weren't very confident with the way Ancient was going, and perhaps we're seeing the trump card come out for them, right? Maybe they were saving this for a potential grand final and say, look, we've got Vertigo in our back pockets. Here it comes, and... Well, it looks like they've studied the map. There's no question. Well, no, really. I mean, they had to be.
Yeah. No, I get you entirely. It's the unironic saving strats.
Yes,
they didn't
absolutely.
want to pull it out unless they were forced to. And they kind of got forced to after their last engagement. But MOTM has just gone by through the smoke. Ponalone...
this is not good.
No, it's not. It's really bad. Ben could get very well caught out here. That Molotov is going to cue MOTM into Ben's position for behind the sandbags. Ben's not ready, but he still is able to get the kill. And that leaves ATK down a man again. That nade will land onto Ponalone. It hits him in the decap. He'll just fall away, rub some dirt on it, and try and get back in. Molotov to sandbags, but Ben and Ponalone both falling more and more passive onto the site hold. Retake simulator, Vertigo's going to be. They might be trying it now. Up through Ivy, sprays away, but he gets smoked off. Time is good for ATK, but that makes it better. 4v4. This now really opens things up. That's even better.
Whoa. Bowden connecting on the second. Now Viz is going to get one and Ben the second and a third. The IGL comes through again and makes it a 3v1. Missed in the last one standing. And EG just like a completely different team today against this ATK roster. Ben caps it off with another 3K. He leads the team at 9 frags and paces the entire server with that 9-2 record. And now we're looking at a 5-1 scoreline. Of course, we have to keep in mind that Vertigo has shifted quite significantly in favor of the CT side over the last few months, but it's still a strong performance, a strong opening from EG in the third. I'd say in 3 of the 4 maps they've played, they've had these strong openings, which is a very good sign. And Viz takes care of business against these pistols. The anti-eco has been the thing that has troubled them the most here throughout this close qualifier, and seeing them get a clean one would be instilling even more confidence, I think.
Yeah, it would be huge. ATK, though, do really struggle on the T side, winning under 40% of their T7 rounds at 37%. So them not getting along on the T side is about par for the course. It's just, is there going to be enough wiggle room for them? The nade takes MisteM down so low, and he's going to hit the one thing on the opponent alone. That's a nasty shot, so it's not going to be a clean anti-eco, that's for sure. And he's going to look for more. Creeping through. He might have spotted out Ben towards sandbags. He does! And the in-game leader for ATK is taking names and taking heads, bringing it to a 3v3. Jonji's creeping around back Ivy yellow area, but he doesn't want to pop through. He wants to play the long game. In the meantime, though, ATK are bringing the bomb slowly but surely towards A. They were spread out, more hedging on towards a B take. DJ's come through to help out on A as well. But MisteM's not going to show, but his 25 HP could be an issue. His teammates are coming up. Bowden's pushing in. Jonji's ready for the peek from Bowden, though, and he will win that duel cleanly. That really helps out for EG, but MisteM with the AK. He spotted out one through the smoke. He spotted out DJ. He's going to try and take him down, but DJ gets the timing. All down to Fadey in a 1v3 with not a lot of time. His chances are fading away. And his health. Jonji with the kill. EG stabilize.
And a timeout going to be called from ATK, which you can understand. They've been threatening round after round towards that A site, but EG has had the answer, and the mid-round adjustments for them have been fantastic. So forcing a timeout, I would say, out of ATK here. And looking at the money, it should be a full-on buy-up coming through for the ATK side. But speaking of money, it's building up quite well for EG, as Viz has 11K and everyone above the 5K mark except for Pone alone, because he's been investing in the big green. So, of course, that costs a little bit more money. And he's not finding the same success that he did on Dust 2 with only those, I say only 5 frags, but still he's doing exactly what he has to. So we'll see if that AWP rings true for the 31-year-old talent. Who says age matters? It doesn't.
He's aging like fine wine, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah. He's such a good opera. And I really, sometimes I see those sarcastic comments. What's he doing on an academy, quote-unquote, roster? And I'm like, just stop. It doesn't matter what age you are. You can break through at any moment, right?
Yeah. All that matters is that you perform on the big stage, right?
Exactly. I'd love to see him get that chance at another land, right? Potentially in Australia, down under.
Yeah, we'll see. They got to take out ATK first to get there.
Yes. It's a long road ahead. There's no question. There he goes.
Speaking of the devil.
I set the stage for him, and he delivered.
Great work there by Pone. Great utility from EG. The spam's going to find MOTM as well. Bowden with the op in hand, trying to get a refrag, but MisteM's going to get taken out towards B stairs in the meantime. Fadey in towards middle. Bowden now towards A ramp, and ATK are hemorrhaging players. They're bleeding out rounds. Things are not going well for ATK, and that could be a bit of an understatement. It's not quite danger zone yet, but they're on the highway to the danger zone. Heading right into the danger zone. Opponent alone's op. And Bowden now in a 1v5. Every bit of damage you can do is going to be critical to damaging the economy over on the CT side. Takes a dink, but he makes a play. He's going to try and survive a long 55 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, you have the... Oh, no! Jonji comes out of nowhere and knifes Bowden! Oh, boy, now EG are really rolling along. That is the type of stuff that fuels them as they take a 7-1 lead. Of course, it's all good fun, but at the same time, psychologically, it helps them. They know the ATK guys, and they realize that, of course, that's nothing that is meant to be BM in any way. But still, it's nice to see Jonji really finding his rhythm. He has performed excellently here tonight throughout the first series and now into this one.
Yeah, Jonji's been great all night, and it's good for EG too. He's definitely a player who does a lot of damage. You can see him get those kills on the board. It's even better. Ben's also been on form, hitting a headshot through the smoke. Swisher goes down to Pwn alone, who's getting the opening pick with that op consistently. A big problem that ATK will have to solve is Pwn alone. Of course, he's a lot harder to deal with on the CT side, as that's where the sniper really poses its majority threat. A good time Molotov from Pwn alone as he spots the utility coming in. DJ plays anti-flash. Nobody's come through just yet, but he might spot out Bowden. Yes, he does. That's the bomb as well. Fadey around the edge of the smoke. Could try and take him out, but no, DJ's got more. He swaps to the sidearm. Ben Lead comes in for the trade. Only one on the anti-half buy. 8-1, and the money is starting to look real good for EG. 14.2 for Viz. 11K on both Ben and Jonji. Pwn alone and DJ at 6K. EG are flush with cash, and ATK cannot buy a bomb plant, let alone a round.
Whew. Wow. Not the start that I think many people were expecting on Vertigo for EG, and certainly not ATK, because they thought this was a punish pick and it's turning into anything but. Bowden watching with the AWP. They have the full loss bonus due ATK, but it doesn't seem to be helping them very much. Double Molotov is going to be thrown here at the top of the A ramp. They don't really push off of it just yet. MisteM wants to throw that flashbang, and he does get tagged by the molly just a little bit. It does give an audio cue away, but I don't think it's going to give too much information here to Ben Lee or Jonji. Jonji got flashed, almost turns away from that towards the back halls. MisteM can't really punish, and still a bit of a stalemate here as MisteM waiting beyond the smoke. He pulls out the utility at the wrong time. That leads to the death of Bowden, and now Jonji falls back at a very good opportunity because now he can rejoin with Ben and try to hold on to this site.
Nice spam from Jonji. Chunks missed him down by 56 HP. Smoke's being used to buy more time. Utility coming in from ATK on their take, but Ben's going to go forward around and take the opening duel and win it against MisteM. Fadey trades it back, but Jonji's lurking in the smoke. He's hiding. He's pulling off more Jonji shenanigans, but MisteM's ready for it. Well read by Ian. Bomb going to go down. The first bomb plant in a long time. A long string of rounds for ATK. They're going to see if this one ticks away. Fadey trying to get something, trying to get a headshot. This is a 3v3 retake. Pwn alone with one smoke. Now there's another one for Viz. They're going to go out now, blocking off vision towards Ivy and towards sight. Fadey spotted. Great flash from Viz to peek, and he's knocked out too. DJ with the last. It's a flawless retake for EG. Perfect utility, great spacing, and they are looking on point. All right, so I think we've decided that Vertigo is now EG's best map, and that they'll be playing this every single best of 3 from now on.
I don't know if we're going to go that far, but certainly they look way better than they ever have on this map. The last time they played it was so long ago, I can't even remember. But yeah, it's a strong performance from them. Another timeout forced out of ATK. Thought ATK had a strong opportunity to get through there, but man, Viz with a 2K and made it look easy, peeking out after a great flashbang was thrown, and whew, didn't lose a single player on the attempted retake, all 3 surviving. And if you look at Viz, he is typically their multi-kill fragger in the playoffs. I should say over the last 2 months, he's got 41 3-kill plus rounds, 8 of those 4Ks. And then if you look just in this close qualifier, 10 3-kill plus rounds, 2 4Ks, leading the charge for his team, as is the case usually. So here we go. He continues to be on point here as we go into round number 11. 4 AKs on the op for ATK. Pretty much a similar bot for EG, but they're going to have 2 AKs, 2 A1Ss, and the op, and it's like it's going to be a all-out battle towards the ramp. Lots of utility damage done, but it's MisteM with 2, one with the Molotov, the other with the AK. Now they're going to charge on the site, and Ben Leet gets taken down. Finally, ATK, after so many opportunities towards A, so many times they've tried to take it, they get a pretty clean execution, and leaving only Viz and DJ standing. With so much money, though, they can probably take the chance and go for this.
It's worth it. You take guns out of the hands of ATK, you make them reinvest in the next round, you make things easier for yourself in the long run. Yeah, you already have 9 rounds, but what's the harm of going for it now? I mean, maybe they want to keep the AKs, that's understandable, but it's a lot more worth it to go for these kills here. It's a point for DJ, can't get the second onto the low HP MisteM though, and Viz is just sitting elsewhere on the map, out and towards T-spawn, waiting to see if anyone comes his way on an exit. Might get one. Swisher's actually here, and Swisher's not ready for it. Viz can get the kill, but he's looking elsewhere. Both on the right angle. Swisher can swoop now, but he's going to be finished off there nicely. 2 kills and the exits for Viz, or rather for Viz and DJ. But a second round on the board for ATK at long last. That was a long time coming, though. They finally get a bomb plant. They finally get a round victory. A couple of bomb plants in a row. Finally finding success. Yep. But they haven't really trimmed out the fat of EG's economy yet, though. Ponalone's broke, but Viz at 15K. He could drop him the op.
Yeah, they're fine. REG in terms of money. Only the 3rd bomb plant in West Austin in 11 rounds played. That is not a good statistic for ATK. They're going to put it behind them there as they get another opening frag onto DJ. 5v4. Look at Jonji. He likes to make this push. They're waiting for him, and MisteM punishes. That'll give them another 2-man advantage as they inch their way towards this A-ramp. Pone spots out the head of Bowden. He wants to take this op-v-op duel. He's been strong throughout the night. I don't think Bowden wants to give him that. ATK going to bide their time. They still have 1 minute and 17 seconds to work with here. And now Bowden readying himself for the peak. Maybe MisteM going to throw a flashbang to support this.
I want Bowden boosted. I want him to get boosted up over this box. It's such a good angle, and Ponalone's not ready for it. Yeah, he might be able to hit the flick, but Bowden's got the advantage. Are they trying to bait EG into a push?
Perhaps.
It's the only thing that makes sense. That's a well-timed molly. Ponalone's going to fall back to sight. Fadey's going to have to sprint up middle. Ben's actually been mollied out of position. DJ's played there plenty of times, so it's expected. And now A's abandoned. They've drawn the rotations over. A 3rd round looks very likely for ATK. Despite the lack of time, Ponalone would need a lucky kill into the bomb planter that sends the bomb somewhere it shouldn't go. And he's going to come back here. He's going to go for it. At the very least, go for a kill. Molotov in towards sight. Made to follow it up. No plant just yet. Now Bowden's going to stick it, though. With Viz going down, Ponalone is going to try and save the big green.
It's not going to be easy, though. Fadey is closing the gap very quickly. Joined by MisteM. They're setting up a crossfire, and nothing Pone can do. No op will be saved over. They can still buy it up in the next round. But that is excellent clock management by ATK. They don't rush things too much. They keep EG guessing as to where they're going to go. And once Fadey throws the flashbang and isolates Ben, it pushes Ponalone off of the A side and off the angle that was favorable to him. And at that moment, ATK push up towards the ramp. No one's there to really deal with them, and they get a free plant. Even though they don't take anything for granted, they clear all their corners, they throw the utility, it's a proper execute, and well done. Bowden gonna flick up and finds DJ through the danger panel, then Swisher goes down. Swisher takes down Viz, and it's a 5v3 again for the 3rd consecutive round, and make it a 5v2. Fadey just walks out towards mid, takes down Ben. Pona's gonna respond with Lump. He's gonna have to stand on his head here in defense of this B site. Has to back off eventually. And MisteM's going to get the free plant. Utility comes through. Molotov kind of misses the mark, and Bowden through the smoke connects onto Ponalone. Only Jonji left, and no longer. MisteM finds him, and all of a sudden, ATK explode for 3 in a row. Not to mention that I think they've kind of taken control of the momentum.
Very much so. They have definitely taken control of the momentum. Evil geniuses are sliding away, and it's going to be a half buy with an op hero buy on Viz. This is not something you will normally see from EG. This is not something you'll normally see from this roster. Viz on the primary op, the only op. Deagles and a P250 for Pwn alone. But Pwn alone's done a lot of damage, and Viz has at least one.
Nice
Fadey's
shot.
doubled down, and Viz will also add a second to his tally. MisteM gets burned, crossing Dive though. Jonji just hiding, waiting for somebody to walk into his crosshair. Ben might have been hurt though, as he's running out, knife out, trying to get on the flank. Jonji, not spotted yet. Just trying to hope somebody doesn't clear him out. Ben coming up behind as well. Viz is flashed. Jonji Molly. Bowden has found the snake in the grass, but Viz
Nice
strikes
shot.
for a hat trick. If he looks the right direction, he can get himself a 4K. But Jonji still sitting behind that smoke, able to live a little bit longer. So much rest on the shoulders of Viz, though, takes the shot blind and reveals his position. Jonji around the smoke can swing through and get the kill. Can stop the plant, but he's waited too long. He gets no scope through the box. And it's all down to Viz to ace this one out. Spots one on top of the box. Spots the second, but it's Bowden to do the picking. And ATK bring it back 10-5. Now the best case for EG and ATK from a 9-1 have brought it to 9-5. Looking for a 9-6. The money's going to be there for EG, but everything is going the way of ATK. And there has not been a timeout called by Evil Geniuses on the string of 4 for their opposition.
Still a pretty nice little string of frags from Viz. Felt like he could do it for a moment. And if Jonji gets that one through the smoke, I mean, EG pretty much have that round in the bag. ATK, hang on. Bowden with some great work on the op on by his lonesome and gets the 3K. So Viz going to throw that smoke onto the Molotov as he wants to defend here towards this B site. 15th and final round of play here of this first half. As you mentioned, it would be quite a recovery from ATK. Down 9-1, they have 4 in a row. They want to make it 5 to keep EG off of double digits on their CT side. Molotov flies up there. Viz waiting. He's got support as well. They got a crossfire set up. MisteM takes down one. Can he get the second? He does! Oh, well played again for ATK. They've taken the B site. Full control. EG on the outside, looking in.
Nice, fast-paced play from ATK in the last several rounds has really started working out well for them. Ben's been spotted. He's keeping an eye on middle, too, but Fadey's coming through. That could make life very difficult for Ben. That nade does a lot of damage, but in comes MisteM. Fadey finally strikes from behind. Pwn alone 1v4 on the op. This is the no-scope sprayed down by Fadey. And ATK battling it back 5 in a row to end the half. And as we head to a break, half number 2 is coming up in 3 minutes. Back into the action here, folks. ATK brought it back 5 in a row to close out the half, bringing it within 3 of Evil Geniuses on their own map pick. I'm Boggs, joined by JRT, J-Raz, our observer. And, well, it was looking really, really good for EG. It still looks okay. 9-6 is not bad. But it could have gotten out of hand very quickly in favor of EG, but the push from Fadey, Swisher, and everybody on ATK to catch off DJ, waiting for that kind of a play. Bowden, MisteM holding down the A site. Nade's going to go through, but actually Ben has to fall away. He was ready for the nade stack, and Fadey's picked up Jonji. Things starting to go astray here for EG, but at least they got the bomb down. They can force up. Pwn alone domes Fadey. He's going to go back for more. MisteM around towards the bottom of the ramp, waiting for a push to come in onto his angle. Bowden clearing up as well. The sandbags players critical. That is Viz. Pwn alone 1-for-1. Bowden jumps up. He gets stuck, and Ben puts him down. 2v2. The kit is down. MisteM 1 brings it to a 1v2. Ben is dinked and finished. Kit right in front of the bomb. And ATK, they get the round, but they do let the bomb go down. Bit of a caveat.
Crisp shots from ATK though, and they continue to dominate EG on these pistol rounds 6-0 over the last 2 days. And yeah, like you mentioned, at least a bomb plant coming through for EG, so they'll be able to try and build off of that. But wow, ATK have really stormed back 6 rounds unanswered now in a row.
6 unanswered is a very big margin here, as things are really starting to slip away quickly from Evil Geniuses. They cannot let ATK back in. Yeah, you have 9 rounds. But we saw how fast that kind of a lead can evaporate. It's a good opening from Jonji, but MisteM standing tall in middle, sprays down both him and DJ. Fadey's holding the line, does get dunked on, but it's double Mac 10s here for EG, trying to win the force buy. MisteM's sitting behind green, waiting for a peek, waiting for a push, waiting for a sound cue, something to cue him in. His teammates are coming through as well. There's a flashbang on Swisher. MisteM spotted out, taken down very low to 14 HP, but he's still creeping around. His angle. Swisher, though, gets caught by Pwn alone, and now the force buy might work out. MisteM gets the M4. MisteM on the FAMAS, and it's all down to MisteM now. 1v2. Pwn alone won a round very similar to this in the last round, in the last half, and MisteM. He started it off well. Pwn alone is so low.
That's good movement.
Oh, he sprayed it right through his legs. Pwn alone could win this. Pwn alone could win this. It's a 10. No, it's not a 10. He's got a hit. But he's not going to hit the spray in time.
Oh.
Heartbreak for EG. But for ATK, they add fuel to the fire and assault to the wound.
Oh man, that one was very close. And again, EG get the bomb plant, so they can buy up around it. It's going to be 4 Galils and the AK. The thing is, rounds are slipping away from them as that lead has 7 in a row for ATK. It was 9-1 for EG. They were in full control, and then ATK just turned on the afterburners and really got things going on their T side. Molotov's going to come through, blocking off Pwn alone briefly. Fadey pushes in off of that nade that was thrown, and that was his undoing as Viz is going to spray him down along with Pwn, the AK, and the Galil combining for that one. And advantage gain. Now they're going to charge in. Jonji pincering in from mid. MisteM does get one, but he's so lit. Pwn should finish him off. It's actually Viz to take care of business, and this A site completely taken. That's an important one that Swisher gets, though. Instead of being a 4v2, now a 3v2, and the Molotov is forcing Pwn out of position here. You see Swisher, even though he's very lit, still going to go for that peek with the Galil and try and do more damage. The thing is, for ATK, they might start considering a save at this point because their money is not in a good spot.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a bad idea to save here. The last round was won by virtue of MisteM.
They're going,
okay. They're going to go for it, and Pwn alone is going to fall first. 2v2 now. MisteM still has plenty of health. Swisher has a smoke as well, and he's not been spotted yet. He's going to drop that on this bomb, though, and he's going to get spammed down. He has to swoop around. He has to spray away, and he's going to get taken down by Ben. Forced off by the spray, and EG back to double digits, back in the lead. They don't let it get to a tie ball game. They have a big economic advantage over ATK now, who are pretty much broke. They're going to force up as they're on a double eco. Their loss bonus is in the gutter. So they're going to get some upgrades here. Swisher will buy up. I was wondering if he was going to be saving for the opposite at the most, but no, he's going to buy it fully and join the rest of the squad. Deagles, 5-7 FAMAS. No defuse kit, but a decent amount of utility. EG, just going to try and put more rounds on the board to get 1 round at a time, slowly but surely add up to a map victory. They'll need 6 more. ATK need 8. We've seen how many times in G games where the team on the pistols has won the round.
Very true. They look like they've calmed down quite a bit on these type of anti-force fire, anti-eco rounds. So we'll see if that holds true here. Swisher gets sprayed down through the smoke to 30 HP. Of course, that's unbeknownst to EG. Perhaps we'll help them out. Have to be wary of the pistols, as you mentioned, Austin. And EG just content to let some time burn off the clock at this point. Good Molotov throw in there to clear out danger panel and make sure that no one's hiding behind it. And now Viz is going to toss this nade straight on forward onto the site. Try to get that dunk, and, well, no real damage done against ATK, but now eventually EG are going to have to pick a site. They haven't gotten the bomb on their back just yet. Swisher spots out some information towards the ramp. Maybe that's what EG wants. Perhaps they want to bait out a rotation towards A so they can take B.
Spam's coming through, but no real pressure from EG just yet. It does look to be a B end, though. They're grouping up for this take. There's nobody really close for ATK, but they're all in retake rotations positions. And this is where DJ can really shut this down, though. Catches off 2 in the middle. MisteM and MisteM both the pair of kills. And Viz will double down as well. MisteM now in a 1v2, 1v3 actually. No kit. Uses his one piece of utility to get through onto jump up. And darts away. Does not want to lose the AK. 11-8 now. ATK. It's their map pick. But they have to have some confidence on overpass. However, this definitely has to sting regardless of the result for ATK. Getting taken this hard on Vertigo, a map that you thought was going to be a punish pick, is going to be a bit of a cause for concern.
Yeah, there's no doubt, and I think the question as to if EG will be a different team than they were yesterday against ATK has been clearly and decisively answered as yes. They have come here much better prepared and looking to be perhaps on the winning side of this Vertigo matchup with now their 11th round picked up 2 in a row. They ended that 7-round win streak, and now they've broken the economy of ATK, who will have to save. They went for a force buy in that previous round, but eventually you need to get your economic footing on your CT side, and MisteM's going to have to hope that this AK is enough to give ATK a chance into this round, as EG will take what they had in the previous round. It's going to be 2 AKs, a Galil, an A1S, and a MAC-10, and try to work with it. Viz walking towards those B stairs, up against 3 USPs, a Deagle, and the AK. Similar buy-up definitely threw them for a loop against the game in Gladiators, so you can't count ATK out of this one yet. But again, EG have settled down in a big way.
Yeah, they have. This isn't the same EG that was struggling last night. Jonji with a double kill. Takes down the AK, most importantly. Fadey's going to come in the back line, or at least attempt to. Maybe get a drop on somebody. Jonji's still leading the charge out towards A. MOTM's been good, though, at least for one, so he's going to try and pick something up. Fadey, however, has the bomb and a backstab, and these are the kind of problems which EG found themselves in last game. John, it's getting kind of ridiculous at this point. The amount of time something has gotten messy in this kind of a scenario.
I mean, they have to recover this. There's no way. You don't lose this round. Otherwise, things will just completely spiral out of control. MOTM is going to get taken down by Jonji, and they did manage to recover the bomb, which is great because that looked very scary for a moment. Bowden gets an AK on his back, and he might just be content to walk away from this one and keep the AK up and running. It will certainly help, given the fact that ATK was just saving into this round anyway with the AK. And now, a 12th round picked up by EG. Could have been way worse. And I had my hands on my head right there because I just didn't want to see EG go by the wayside once more in such a fashion. It's painful, and luckily they didn't.
It took a second to register for me that was not a T player in the back lines.
Yeah.
I was like, oh yeah, Fadey's coming up behind. Wait. He's not supposed to be there. Oh, man. EG kind of living right here. They do take a lot of damage, though, and that's going to hurt their economy quite considerably. Forces up a reinvestment. That's big, though. Taking the AK out of the hands of Bowden means that he can't drop a rifle over. There's not going to be the op for him. Timeout being used. 3rd of 4 for ATK. As things are starting to get to the danger zone for him. 4-round deficit, but only 4 rounds away from an EG map victory. What a turnaround it would be from EG, though. You go in, you have a pretty dominating performance against Team 1. You get absolutely obliterated by ATK. You lose an 11-4 lead into double overtime in the first matchup today. You come back on Mirage and dumpster Gaming Gladiators on that 3rd map. And now you can take Vertigo away from ATK. EG using another timeout after ATK called. This is the 2nd time they've done this in this map, where they've called their own tack after ATK have called one. And I'm almost curious, is this like, hey, somebody went to the bathroom real quick, called the extra 30 seconds?
Maybe. I mean, it's been a long night for EG, so perhaps that's the case. Or they're going into, what, is it hour number 6, hour number 5 here?
Yeah, I mean, we've been up here for 5 hours.
5th hour,
minutes.
yeah. We're going into the 6th hour, yeah. So it's been quite a while for EG. So they're probably saying, okay, let's take a little more time and talk things over. Give ourselves a chance to regroup. ATK, on the other hand, I mean, they're fresh, right? They're coming into this one. Didn't have to play a BO3 before this. Already booked their ticket to the grand finals yesterday. But so far, it hasn't really seemed to factor in here. Maybe if this is an extended affair and we end up on map number 3, that fatigue will start to show a little bit. But right now, EG looks sharp.
They are on West Coast time, though. So there's a bit of a difference.
That's true.
It's only 7:42 West Coast. So you never know.
Still a lot of Counter-Strike played, right?
Yeah. A ton of Counter-Strike. They've went through the gauntlet. They played a 3-mapper, a very grueling 3-mapper earlier. They didn't have much of a break before this one. It does go all the way to a 3rd. Things could get messy. Swisher and MisteM both in the red, and Swisher finally taken down by Viz. MisteM repositioning. Viz down to about half HP. The spam does a lot of damage on the opponent and Viz as well. Ben, though, through the smoke, catches off his counterpart. Fadey trying to close the gap. Spot on somebody. Viz eats a nade. Fadey taken out by Ben, though, who sprays down a 3rd. Ben's going off. He gets taken out by MoTM in the meantime, but now the bomb can go down. No utility for MoTM to use. No defuse kit. Opponent alone has DJ to support. DJ wins the fight. 5-round lead for EG. And it's Ben with a hero play. We've seen this a couple of times now throughout the course of this tournament, where Ben has put the team in the backpack, and he's leading from the front, tied with Viz for the most kills on the roster. And it's a new look Ben lead almost that we're seeing right now. And he's always had his moments. He's never been a terrible fragger, but he's never usually had this kind of an impact. He's doing so much right now.
I think Ben had one off-map, Mirage, right, where he just couldn't find his rhythm. But since that point, has just been lights out incredible here for EG. And one more time, he comes through dry peeking around that corner to get a 2K and completely open up the bomb site. Well done. And even at the end of it, Pone alone slips through, literally dodging bullets. I don't know how he doesn't die, going back towards the back halls. And then that gives the opportunity for things to get closed out, because MoTM splits the difference and doesn't really know where to look or shoot. If he gets the frag on Pone, it's probably a much more viable round for him. Anyway, looks like MoTM just going to burn to a crisp. He tried to charge through the Molotov, didn't work, and then Jonji gets himself a 2nd on the round with the MAC-10. MisteM and Bowden last 2 standing. Just the USP and the Deagle available to them. And EG, well, Bowden has no chance. I mean, Jonji with the jumping MAC-10, he's farming money. He's burning corpses. MisteM will at least get a headshot onto Jonji, but I don't think this is going to yield much more than that, and it doesn't. Viz sprays him down. That'll be that. 14-8 in favor of EG.
2 rounds away now from EG, taking map number 1 and stealing it away from ATK. Gotta wonder what Spray's thinking right now, the coach for ATK. What he's wondering, because this is not the same EG they played against last night. This is not the same EG that just played against Gaming Gladiators. This is the EG we saw on the 3rd and final map of that series. But almost, I would say, a little bit better. Because ATK is a step up from Gaming Gladiators. ATK is on another level right now, too. They've been playing very well together, very well oiled. EG are starting to show up in spades. It's Ben to open things up, traded back, but trades favor the T's, and he will be happy with that. Now he can sit back and essentially backseat game. Call the shots for his boys. Swisher, though, gets the man advantage for ATK. Pone alone gets caught out. And now an advantage for ATK, something they've not had for a while. Swisher can get the second blow. Fizz gets caught in the open, but Swisher sent over the edge, tumbling down the 51st floor. And I believe MisteM just been spotted by Fizz as well, who's charging up. Will fall away with Molotov there. But he's going to reposition. Bowden has come through on the rotation. 2 out of 3 players here for ATK on A site. But EG don't need to go here. They can take their time, they can fall away, they can go to B. There's nobody on the site proper, just Fadey out and towards middle. And he might just run into Jonji. Whoever wins this duel could basically figure out who's going to win this round.
ATK, who have won the last 4 BO3s in a row against EG, only losing 1 map in the process. That was Mirage by a score of 16-7. They won all of the 7 maps that they played against them outside of that one. So this is definitely, I mean, going into it, you thought ATK would have a significant edge, especially the performance that we saw yesterday from them. But Jonji is going to put another blow into them into this round. MisteM goes down for the count. Fadey's hiding around the corner, but he can't even get DJ. Oh, man, DJ's lucky he was at 100 HP coming around that corner because he just barely survives to get that. And Bowden is on the other side of the map. This is a 15th for EG. Bowden can't afford to go for this because he needs to save the op into the next round. Wow. I mean, look, ATK really came storming back with those 7 rounds in a row. You kind of felt like, okay, this is it. They're going to start making their comeback in a big way. But no, EG responds what they were unable to do yesterday, right?
Yeah, they were unable to recover yesterday. They were unable to regain their footing. And here they have done a marvelous job at that. Yeah, it was 7 in a row for ATK after, I believe it was 8 in a row for EG. But
That's
EG
right.
have done so good. Yeah, 9 in a row for EG. 7 in a row for ATK. And now,
That's just...
it could be 7 in a row for EG to finish it off.
Right. We haven't gotten any real back and forth since the pistol round when they exchange rounds. Outside of that, it's just been a round streak back and forth.
It's been so
Timeout being
streaky.
called. Yeah.
I'm liking these timeouts, though, being used by EG when they're on the brink of victory. They let it slip out of their hands against Gaming Gladiators, and they don't want to let that happen again. They're taking their time. They're making sure they have everything set. Nobody's loose. Everyone's ready to go. There's a fine line between too loose and not loose enough. They're trying to get everybody in the right mental. They're trying to get everybody on the same page for what the strat's going to be. Not playing with too much pressure. Yes, you do have your lead, but you also don't want to let ATK get back on the road. You've seen what ATK can do already. They already have a 7-round streak. They could streak 7 again and tie things up and take it to OT. That is what EG want to avoid at all costs, is another OT bout, especially with this kind of a lead. 15-11 is a lot more forgivable than 15-8. But there is no op for EG. They've elected to forego that. Overlord could have purchased the big green, but he's staying on the AK. They're going to go for B control. Jonji around. He's going to push up. He's spotted out by 2. And MOTM doubles. He's going to get traded back. Bowden alone has it, but it's still a man advantage for ATK. That is big. Bowden misses the shot, but Ben Leet has fallen. DJ and Bowden alone with it all to do. Number 1 and number 2 on the EG roster in terms of overall kills this tournament. All down to DJ now. And he's got 1, but he does not have the bomb. There's 3 more to find. A tall task for him to pull off. And he's grabbed the op. He might just try and throw it out of the map here. Yep.
Nice.
I actually really like that. Just make him rebuy. Because I don't think ATK can actually get an op in the next round since it's over the side.
I don't think they can. That actually is a very nice little play from DJ. As you have ATK guarding the bomb. Full minute left for DJ to work his way around here. He can certainly try to isolate some 1v1s. Has the high ground. Some utility at his disposal. Use that Molotov, giving away his position effectively, so ATK know where to look. Is he going to try and Goomba Stomp here, is the question on top of the danger panel. He looks around, gives away the audio cue, so now they know exactly where to focus their crosshairs. Smoke's going to come through. He sees the shadow, but can't do anything. Fadey domes him instantly before he even hits the ground, and that's going to give ATK 9 rounds. So they have life, but they're going to have to do it against another full-on buy here from EG because their economy is just flourishing.
They say life finds a way.
My favorite. I love that quote. I
don't know if ATK's life is going to find a way through here, John. It's a long road back. It's 7 in a row required with EG just needing 1 round. And that 1 round You can literally luck your way into a round victory at this point. So ATK need to make no mistakes. They have to play everything perfect, and they have to rely on EG to not pull off something insane. There's a lot of variables for ATK, and the equation, it's complex. Fadey's very aggressive, though, on the generator.
Yeah.
And this is a double-edged sword here. He gets taken down, or he gets one for one, and doesn't have what he wants. He's repositioned, but Viz is also falling away before the smoke can fade. EG know what's at stake too. They don't want to give the life back to ATK. They don't want to let their life find a way. They want to snuff it out before it evolves.
MisteM jumping up and down. Transformation has the utility out at the wrong time, so Pwn takes him out. Swisher had a chance to punish more than that, but he only gets one, and Jonji trading him out immediately. 4v3. Bowden going towards the back halls, trying to catch Viz unaware, but he does not. Good news for ATK is that at least Fadey gets one to keep Evil Geniuses honest, but the bomb's going to be planted here, and Fadey and MoTM with the map on the line going to have to go for the retake. And at least they have a pincer on their hands. The smoke fade could favor them, and it does. Jonji goes down. Viz gets the instant trade. They don't know where Fadey is, and he's going to make this a 1v1. Sticks to the fusel. He's just going to try and get it here, and he will! Viz! Actually, I think he might have flashed himself, and he can't go out there. Fadey defuses it. Oh, no. What a way to lose the round for EG. And ATK stay in it with a 10th.
They stay in it. They get a bit of a gift there. Fadey pulls up huge, and Viz blinds himself, so he doesn't have to worry about the push. I think he still would have had it, even if Viz doesn't flash himself. But
yeah. I mean, it would have been a little closer if Viz had a chance to go out, but he just missed the flash.
Viz would have had a shot at it instead of just being completely, well, that's the round, I guess.
Yeah.
Next. Unfortunate for Viz and for EG, but ATK, they've had comebacks before. They're no stranger to the rain. They're going to try and bring the pain. Molotov does 3 points of damage into Ben. Viz will take a little bit more, though, trying to lurk out towards the B site. Has a gap, but nobody's going to aggress. MisteM, however, playing around the sandbags on the ramp. Doing nothing with the damage, but I believe he's been spotted by Jonji. Going for that jump spot. No kills for either side just yet, but a lot of utility and spray exchanges. Pretty much a chess match at this point. Nobody wanting to make that first move. Now Pwn goes in, MisteM with one, traded out by Jonji, and EG aren't going to fully aggress off of this. They're holding their nerve, and they're not trying to make the same mistakes. Just going in off of that one pick. DJ getting caught by Fadey, though, makes this one advantageous for ATK as time ticks down to 45.
Swisher's getting ready with the incendiary, but I think the hit's going to go to B. Viz spots out Fadey, but he has to back off here, otherwise he's dead to rights. He's dragged 2 players over. That's information gained. So he'll probably say, hey guys, push the A site. There are 2 players here. Try to get the edge. You get one, then you isolate that one player and make it a 2v1 if you can survive. Ben pushing out, and no, he's not going to connect on the head. Now all 3 EG players are here, but a timely peek from Swisher makes this ever less likely. Bowden drops Jonji. Only Viz left, and, well, that's it. ATK, they've got an 11th. They've broken the economy of EG. And hold the phone now. Perhaps another win streak on the cards for ATK.
Timeout used and well-timed.
The last
Although,
one.
actually, I rescind that. You're not having a full buy if you're EG. Give ATK the extra round. Then you call your timeout knowing you're going to get your full buy-in. Call the timeout on a reliable round victory. Because here, yeah, you're stopping the momentum, but is this a round you're going to be able to win off of? Realistically, no. So you're going to stop their momentum and then give the momentum back from winning the anti-eco. Somebody's going to get a big multi-kill and they're going to be like, all right, boys, let's go. 3 rounds to go. Woo! Big moves. You know, somebody's going to get hyped. The mood's going to keep on increasing for ATK. And for EG, they won't have another timeout to use. They've used 4 out of 4 available. Hero rifle for Jonji. Hold, they got a plan. There's something up their sleeve here. Maybe one more ace left in the hole.
Yeah, and there you go. Ben Lee towards mid takes down Bowden, and that's a rifle upgrade as well, assuming he can get it, and he can. There you go. AK picked up for Ben. He'll probably drop that for a teammate, given his HP is only 12. Fadey peeking around here. Spots out one, but he can't really connect on shots. They could easily overload him if he holds that ground. Now he's trying to pull the utility because he's got MisteM to support, but the frags are not coming through. Jonji takes down Fadey. MisteM completely blind, and now Swisher gets the only frag on the round. Finds the second, looking for the third here to bring things back to even, and he does make it so, but only briefly as MisteM is now dropped. It's all up to Swisher to try and clutch this. Very viable for him. There's only 34 HP combined on the remaining EG members. Swisher looking back and forth. He finds Pwn, gets him. That's a 4K. Looking for the ace to keep ATK in it, and he has bomb control as well. Ben around the ventilation shafts, and Ben is going to clutch it. The IGL comes out huge time after time here on Vertigo, and EG have taken it 16-11.
Of all the rounds to win. Of all the rounds and ways to win.
Unreal.
Swisher would have had like a 1v4 ace clutch if he won that. He doesn't. Unfortunately for Swish and ATK. But they still battled back. That was 16-12 at the end there.